not camping, I'm patrolling. Please don't have decisive strike.
Insidious is such a good perk.
I pipped, so I had fun. Survivors are way too OP. Why does no one want to play Survivor? I've never tried. Why don't more people use Deja Vu? Sprint Burst is so broken. Kindred is so broken. Self-care is so broken. Leader is so broken. Empathy is so broken. Bond is so broken. Saboteur is so broken. Unrelenting and Save the Best for Last are completely balanced.
I can't wait to Mori this streamer.
There's nothing wrong with no-ed. I love running Insidious and no-ed on Nurse. No-ed on Hillbilly is really just a no-brainer.
Oh my god, he's BMing me.
If I see toolboxes, I just dodge the lobby. If I see a Prestige, I'll just dodge the lobby. If I see Jake, I'll just dodge the lobby. If I don't see 4 Dwights, I'll just dodge the lobby. I'm really glad they added Haddonfield. Killer without no-ed is cancer. I don't care if I pip as long as I kill at least one. That's why it's called Killer. Pallets should just be taken out of the game. I should just be able to kill all 4 survivors all the time. If I can't kill all 4 survivors, I don't even want to play.
Hey!
Hello! Welcome again to an exciting episode. This is an excitinger episode, by the way. I'm just telling you. Oh, this is a much more exciting episode of your weekly delicate moment with the Dead by Daylight devs. I am hello and introductions. Bjorn, thank you for joining us once again and making all of this be smooth. I'm Mathieu, I'm the producer on the project, and I'm happy to be here with you today. And with me...
I'm Stefan. I played earlier as Killer. You saw me on stream. I'm the game designer, Balance, with Dave.
A lot of stuff. He's the other design person. And I'm Dave, I'm the other design person.
That's not true, is it?
It's a bit awkward.
Okay, let's we like to address elephants in rooms here. That's one of the things we do. So, things have changed a little bit. Just a little bit of change. And just a little bit of change. We've tweaked things. And one of the things that's happening is that Dave here is going to keep doing the same exact thing he's been doing. Awesome. But with a different title. And it comes with a cape, by the way.
You get a cake?
That's gonna be cool.
I get the cake. You get the cape.
Okay.
So try this again.
Okay, I'm Dave. I'm the new creative director on Dead by Daylight.
Boom!
Damn!
Okay.
And it's said. Now let's move on.
Yep. I've introduced Bjorn. Can you tell me who the mods are today? I saw Suggestive pass by. Hi, Suggestive.
So we have Murph,
Hey,
Sassy,
Murph. Sassy.
Suggestive. And that's about it for today.
Okay, good.
Hello,
Bucket's
mods.
not here?
Oh,
No bucket.
no bucket.
No bucket today.
No.
Bucket is busy. All right. The big patch. I have this here. So, I don't know if you were aware, but on Tuesday we patched the game. And there was quite a lot of stuff in there.
There was a lot of stuff in there.
It was pretty good. So, little insight into game development. We tend to have branches in our depository of all the code and assets and all of this. And so we have a code that's called the root, where everything happens. Like everybody that's working is just shoving stuff in there. And then we have another branch, which is the stuff that's live right now. And so as far as possible, we try to make sure that those two are close together. But at some point, we try to not shove everything into the live branch because it's a little dangerous. But when we do big patches like this, it usually means that both of these were put back together, and now you have a big influx of all these things that were fixed 3 weeks ago, but we couldn't put into the game, and things like that. So very exciting for us. You are now playing with something that is pretty close to what we have in the dev branch right
Absolutely.
now. Yeah, and it's good.
Very fun.
Yeah, so the big patch had a few things in there. We are going to talk about that. The reporting system is in.
That's great.
Yeah.
Hope you're using it so that we can have data. Again, just to reiterate on what we're going to do with this.
How is that going to work, Dave?
We're not going to do anything with this right now. We're just receiving the data, see how people use it, see which categories you're using, what you're reporting, what's the most reported, and then we're going to decide what to do with it, with that data, a bit later.
Funny bit of story. Tuesday night, I was doing my own personal stream.
Yeah, you
Within
got
a-
reported?
Yeah, within a few minutes, it was on Reddit, actually, I saw that there was a little clip of me being reported for camping.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
We also
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, can I just say one little thing? Just the
No.
props.
No.
You can go.
Yeah. Okay. So the props. All right. The props category is to tell other people that they're doing great. Please use it. Tell people that they're doing good and they're playing well and that you enjoy that. As much as telling people that they're bad, it's fine. You know, to report them, sorry, for griefing or
course.
harassment or whatnot.
Yeah, and that's a good point, actually. Seriously, you have to remember, even if you finish a game and you go, oh my god, that was so frustrating. These intense emotions, they are what you are here for. They're exactly what you're looking for when you're playing this game. Remember that. Even when you're super frustrated and you're like, oh fuck, I wish I could grab him this time. That's the stuff.
That's so exciting.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Get 'em next
Drink
time.
it up. And then give props to people, saying, this game was amazing.
Yeah.
I hated it.
I got chased forever. I died. Damn it. But it was fun.
There you go.
Enjoy it.
Also
Good point.
use the five dots at the top of the tally just for a
I don't
general
know what
feeling
point.
of the game. So if you got bugs and it was a shitty game, then just put 1 and then we'll know. If it was great, put 5 and we'll know. So we'll be able to see, to analyze this, where and when it's the best and when it's not.
There you go.
We say "there you go" a lot. Have you noticed?
Yeah,
I think it should be a shot.
there you go. All right, so that's the reporting that came in, which is very cool. The other thing that was in the patch that was very big is the Spectator and Kill Your Friends. For a lot of people out there, doesn't really mean much, but for anybody who wants to put together a tournament or some sort of an event with people, it's going to be so much better. So essentially what happens is you're in Kill Your Friend, you can have a game, and now there are 6 possible slots where people can join in, and 1 or more of those can be spectators. So you can start the game 3 versus 1, and 2 of them are spectators, and it works. You can also do what essentially was the original intent, which is have 4 people versus 1 killer, and then have someone be the spectator that could then be the narrator for the match and everything.
That's really exciting.
So we invite you to step into that and make it your own and and do something amazing with it. Like we've had a few very creative ways of using the game, and I think about the red versus blue was really cool. It was
Really
a
fun.
kind of a weird twist on what we're doing. So I'm saying do more of that.
Before we move on, I have a great question about Ash right now.
Oh,
So I do want to say that Ash has moved to. He's still in the studio. He's still working with
very
us.
much so. He's
Yeah,
actually
and,
within earshot.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, he's really, really close. Really, really annoying. He talks really loudly. He just started and taking charge of a new project, which is going to be super exciting. So
Obviously, that project, we can't talk about it right now. It's super hush-hush. But he is working on something new and exciting for you. And then we will give you more details as it comes along. So essentially, you are starting to get an insight into Behavior Digital and what we do as a company, which is bigger than just Dead by Daylight.
yeah,
Dead by Daylight is a great first example of what we have in store and the kind of games we want to make and the quality we want to do. And not just that, but the culture that we're building around interacting with the community and being transparent and making games that we like and hopefully connecting with people because they like it too.
interlocking
That makes a lot of
wheels. See, I can do it too.
Yeah? I don't think it's as good though. You should find
Any
your
practice.
own thing. You should find your
And
own thing.
that's my thing.
Which one?
That one.
Oh,
That's my thing.
that's mine. See?
I can do that one too.
Okay.
Okay.
You take your time.
I'm
You
gonna
get
take
your
my
thing.
time.
You get
I'm
your
gonna
thing
enjoy
later.
it, yeah.
All right. So Hillbilly, is he broken now? Nobody's gonna play Hillbilly. It's forever done.
No.
He's now a survivor almost.
So you want to talk about this?
No,
this fix?
I don't really want to talk about it.
You want to
I'd
talk
be
about
happy
it?
to.
Okay, let's talk about the patch. Talk about those fixes.
Talk about that fix.
I'll eat.
Oh. All right, so we fixed the bug that the Hillbilly was able to do a flick at the end of his chainsaw attack. This allowed for chainsaw people that had fantastic skill to pull off moves where they would hit survivors in cases that we wouldn't actually, that wasn't intended. It was never intended to be that way. So it took a long time to fix the bug. I'm sorry for those of you who actually got accustomed to using it. Of course, it's hard to get something ripped out from your heart after being so accustomed to it for so long. I understand your pain. As I said, this is an issue though, and we like to fix the bugs as they come. If there's a way that we can reintroduce this as a possible good mechanic, a fun mechanic that's usable by most, and still have a high skill cap, we'll investigate and see how we can do that. So stay tuned.
All right then. And when is the DLC is out yet? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we surely can.
All right, so it would be a little weird if we were to release it right now, because then you'd stop watching us and then you'd go play it and then we'd be sad. So we will not be doing that. But it also would be kind of silly to not release it as soon as we're done here. So we're probably going to do that.
You dropped me some hints.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. What else? Anything else in that patch we want to talk about? The Wraith got a bell.
He
That's
starts
exciting.
invisible too.
He starts invisible, so
Which
we
is
saw
really
a big
fun.
spike in people using the Wraith again.
Yeah, I played against
Wraith's
a few
cool
Wraiths.
again.
Yeah, 98%
So-
base. I'm kidding.
No.
I think that even now the killers are going to invite the Wraith to the Christmas party. The
Aw.
killers are having a Christmas party, and they might invite the Wraith.
That's great. I'd like to go there. No, maybe not. I don't know.
No, probably
No.
not. You probably would not enjoy this. Okay, so the big news today is the DLC. The Canadian Trapper Mask. There was a glitch with that. We're waiting on something to hear back from Steam. So I think it's probably going to be early next week. I'm just saying. It could
As
be
you can.
before that. It could be around that.
Waiting on Steam.
The important bit is it's coming, and you're
Yeah.
all getting it for free as soon as we can.
Yeah.
I like that.
So there.
I like that.
In the meantime, do we want to say more things about the patch? What's anything else that's meaningful, that's significant that we should mention about that?
There's some question. If you guys have questions about the
Sure.
patch itself, and you want to stall all the DLC content we want to talk
Oh, the
about,
flashlight add-ons.
Please do.
The flashlight is back.
Yes, it works now.
Yeah.
Yeah, greatly, very clearly, very greatly. I've tried them out myself. It's a lot of fun. Are we gonna nerf it just yet? I don't know. Not sure.
Nah.
The numbers are slightly high, but I don't know if you have enough charges to ruin the killer's game all game.
No, you don't. It's
Um,
tough, but you don't.
yeah.
But it means, if you get a few flashlights, it means fewer toolkits.
Yeah, which is
So
also
that's a
great.
good thing.
That's also a fantastic thing. So play with it. Let us know what you think, and we'll see what we can do with it.
So people are asking what are Ace's perks and what's. So we'll get to that. We'll go through the DLC. Actually, should we do that now?
Yeah, let's do that now.
Okay, let's do that now. Let's talk about what's coming in that DLC. Dave, do you
Yes.
want to start with that?
Let's go through the slide. I brought Steph with me because he
knows
pretty much
shit. So-
did all the things.
People on the team sometimes have different skill sets, obviously, but they also have different special things that make like perks. Right? Let's call them perks. And Stefan is our high-end competitive player. It's very fun to see. I'm not saying he's the best,
I like
obviously.
playing.
But he does have a competitive fiber that tends to vibrate at high frequencies when triggered.
Yes,
So,
I like it.
Okay, let's talk about what's coming in that
What in the next chapter? Next chapter is obviously a new map free for everyone. If you just joined the Dead by Daylight Fund, you should know that that's what a chapter is.
All maps are always free.
All maps are free.
Yeah.
So the new
you
map
get free
is
update.
that crazy swamp. You've
Yeah,
probably seen it in some streams.
A lot of elevation differences.
So new location is called the Backwater Swamp, and the map that we release at the same time as the Hag today sometime is the Pale Rose. So it's that ferry that you might have seen, a ferry boat. It's really, really cool and has some special tactics in it that we can talk about it right now. The ferry has a generator on it that's very special and that can trigger a foghorn. And this general area is not protected, but is infested with crows. So it's especially difficult for a survivor or even a killer when they go there to reveal their position.
Yeah.
Because all these crows are going to make a lot of noise, and everybody around will know someone is at the ferry.
Exactly.
Once the generator is fixed and the foghorn makes its noise, the foghorn horns. I don't know.
Honks?
Honks.
Blares?
Blair's good.
Okay.
Yeah, let's Blair.
All the crows will get away, and then this place is going to be free of crows.
Yeah.
There. So that's something new.
Mm-hmm.
The map is super different. It's one of the large one, the largest one we
It's
have.
a big map.
It's really big, and there's a lot of empty areas that are quite difficult.
Oh my god, yeah.
Tall bulrushes.
Bulrushes, yeah. And the tight under the docks.
Yeah, there's a few sections in
Lovely
there that are...
Absolutely.
people will need to learn to navigate this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, not this Matt, but Matt Walker, our level designer, who we love very much, has put a lot of effort in this map, along with the artist.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I get I don't get upset, but sometimes I get a little stunned because we tell him, oh, just do a new map, use whatever tools you have at your disposal, and then he keeps pushing to get just a little extra thing, and then maybe we can do this instead, and it blows a little out of proportion sometimes.
But that's
it's
very
so
good.
The
It's very good
result
for
is so good, and that's the thing. I think that everybody on this team sort of pushes each other's buttons a little bit, and we all hold each other to very high standards,
That's true.
which is great.
Yes.
Okay.
But we
so,
also love.
what else is in there? So obviously the killer, the Hag, and
Yeah.
the new survivor, Ace.
So the Hag, just by starting, she's smaller.
Yep, she's a smaller stature. She kind of looks like a survivor. It's difficult
like
to make
you-
the difference sometimes.
That was one of the comments we got when we were watching streamers today. Like the first time you turn around and just catch sight of her, you're like, yeah, it's just someone. No, it's not someone.
No, it's freaky. Her camera is also lower, so it also plays with a lot of things. It's not just the survivors who have to deal with the fact that she's smaller. She also has to deal with that as well. which
Yeah,
is
so
very
anytime you're
interesting.
in vegetation or you have small objects that can be in front of you versus the trapper or all the other killers that are really tall that will look above it. So it's a bit more difficult on that side, on that front for the Hag, but she has more than enough with her power to
make up for her
to make
short
up.
stature.
Yeah, that's for
Absolutely.
sure. And yeah, so the survivor. So that's what's gonna come in that DLC. So should we go through the slides? I guess that's the time. Should we talk about details?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right.
So the hexes.
Yeah, well, let's start with the first slide, which I think are the offerings. Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Ooh.
So obviously offerings like we always do: fuming cordage, fuming welcome sign, and grandma's cookbook. It's spelled like that because of reasons.
Because that's what she's called.
yeah, and
That's what grandma's called.
So these three offerings are obviously the location offerings. So if you play them, you have more chances to go to the Backwater Swamp. The Muddy Splinter, just like we did for Myers, if you haven't bought the Hag or the Swamp DLC, you'll be able to play as her without perks, without add-ons, without anything, if you play this offering. So there you go. So that's
Did the
that's
old
offer.
concept of the crawler evolve into the Hag? There are many similarities, like the swamp setting.
Yeah, well, if for everybody, it's time. Let's talk about this. So, any of you who saw this illustration in the not the sketchbook, the art book, there is a swamp, and yeah, that's the Backwater Swamp. It's the first concept that we did even before the game was released. And in one of them, there is a little character put in the background, and that's a stealthy move from our concept artist that put the Hag there when she wasn't called the Hag or the Crawler. Crawler is not
We
not
never
a thing.
called her the crawler.
It's not a thing, but yeah. So that's her in the book.
Yeah. Crawler is a big tractor wheel looking donut that we get at Tim Hortons.
Yeah, which is
Essentially.
not in the game at the moment.
Not in the game.
At the moment.
Yeah.
All right, back to the slides.
Yes.
Slide
Okay.
2. X's. So
The 3 perks.
Yeah, 3 perks for the hag. So, Steph, your
Yes,
turn.
absolutely. So, Ruin. This applies to 2, 3, and 4 people in the map. This hex is applied at the beginning of the match. Survivors will then receive a debuff when working on gens. They will get a negative 5% progression on the generator when you get a good skill check. On a great skill check, you'll get a 0 progression buff.
So no bonus.
So no bonus. The idea is that this is linked to a totem. All the hexes are linked to a totem, which you can find in the level. You might have already seen the totems if you've been playing in the last few days, which is what we added on Tuesday. They're called dull totems by default. When there's a hex applied to it, they'll have a little fire under it. Go look for those and break it, and then you will remove the perk from the killer for the rest of the game. Devour Hope is basically applied to how many unhooks you get as long as you are 24 meters away from the hook. If I remember correctly, I didn't bring any of my papers, but I believe it is after 3 unhooks, you receive double damage. After getting one, and then on the second tier, if you get 3 unhooks, is it 3? What's the next one?
It's 5 for killing.
5's for killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 for double damage.
Yes.
And 1 for the bonus and the not the bonus but the impairment on the repairs.
Exactly.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Which is really fun. Again, look for those hex totems. And the last one was the
Third seal.
third seal, which blinds a survivor from using their auras up to 70, 80, and 100%.
It's 100%.
100% for everyone. That's right. Yes.
See,
We
I'm
changed
not
it.
the only one confused about things.
Absolutely.
Even we work with these things every day, but because they change a lot during the development, it's sometimes hard
Yeah.
to track like the latest thing that we've done.
Yeah.
Especially in front of a camera like this, talking to 3,000 people or more. So there. This is a shot.
So
again.
there.
Anyway, so third seal, 100%. Auras disappear.
Yeah, for 2, 3,
For
and
2,
4
3, or
people.
4 survivors.
Exactly.
Is
Yeah.
that 72 hours on the third seal icon?
Let's say it is just for fun, but no.
That's
For
really fun.
shiggles.
Yeah.
But no. Okay. Does self-unhook also buff Devour Hope?
Self unhook? I
Like if
believe
you
so.
Kobe out?
I believe so. As long as the killer is 24 meters away from the hook. I need to double check that though.
Okay.
I need to double check that.
Do survivor know they are affected by an X, the ruin, or anyone else?
Absolutely.
Yes, you'll have the hex icon, the perk icon in the bottom right of your screen.
Will
Absolutely.
maps be able to track totems?
They are killer belonging.
Yeah.
So yes,
So the map, I believe, the key, I think helps you do that.
the map with some
Yeah.
special twiggy thing.
Yeah. And the small game, yeah.
Yeah. Small game.
There you go.
Have
Yeah.
fun.
And
That's
people
it.
say, but if you take small game, then you break all the totems, and then the perks are useless. But that's the whole point: is that there's so many possible variations, and we're hopefully having enough now that there is no single good build that will break everything. Because if you took, let's say, small game to screw with the totems, and the killer didn't take any, then that perk is reduced in efficiency, and it's not
Absolutely.
a win all.
Exactly.
So anyway,
All right.
So be clever.
Yeah.
Next slide. Let's see what we have. So perk.
okay, perks,
Perks
for,
for
Ace.
Ace.
By the way, Ace is so cool.
He
I
is
just have to
pretty
say
cool.
that.
He does some finger gun. Everybody loves finger guns.
Yeah.
Will he have a specific emote? No. We might get this emote in at some point.
That would be amazing.
That would be cool.
I
I
feel
As,
think.
like I've
as a
heard
gesture, it's probably more going to be a menu idle kind of thing, I think.
It could be.
Because
Well,
in
we'll
game,
see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Just drop a pallet and then finger guns. Finger guns.
So let's talk about these.
All right.
I have the specific stats here, Stefan, if you need
Thank
them.
you,
but
man. Yeah.
Please start.
Ace in the hole. So, Ace's perks are all pretty much oriented around luck, with the exception of open-handed. Ace in the hole will give you a 50% chance of getting an add-on attached to the item you get from a chest. What was the exact numbers on that? I don't remember.
So it's always 50% chance, but
Yeah.
we increase from uncommon,
rarity.
rare, or very rare. So
That's it.
if you get a flashlight, you're gonna get like a great add-on or possibility to have a great add-on on it.
Yeah, which would be really
Um,
fun.
So obviously, if you're kind of not farming, but if you're looking for items specifically, you can do so with
Plunderer's
the Plunder
Instinct.
Instinct and this one to have better items.
Works very well. Open-handed increases the range of your aura reading perks,
Which also works well with Plunderer.
which also works very well with Plunderer's Instinct. Bond, Empathy on the first few levels. Obviously, Unlimited is unlimited. Up the ante is also a very interesting perk. I'm quite excited to see how you guys are going to use it. It gives a 3%, 1, 2, and 3% increase in bonus to luck, depending on how many survivors are remaining other than yourself. This can be stacked, so every survivor could run this if they'd like. And luck is currently affecting getting off the hook, getting out of a trap, and finding items from chests.
Why don't you just give the survivors a gun already because you clearly want to just kill the killers?
Oh well, no, let's not do that. What the hell? Here's a good question. What is the point of negative progression for the ruined hex?
That would have been a point right there.
Yeah, okay. A survivor who has it will never work on a generator unless to grief. So how ruin works is only on skill checks, right? So it doesn't mean you'll have skill check. Most of the time you do, but it's not something you control as a survivor. So when you get just the good, then of course it can reduce, but it's like you could do the same kind of griefing if you would just fail your skill checks every time. So no, it shouldn't be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Next slide.
Thrill of
This
the hunt.
this is very interesting. So we didn't talk about this at all, but we're adding this this fourth perk with the patch. So this one is free for everybody.
So it's not a hag perk.
It's not a hack perk.
No,
It's
no.
a general perk for all killers. It's gonna appear in any blood web at any level. So Thrill of the Hunt. You want to explain it for us?
Absolutely. So Thrill of the Hunt is to work with other hexes. It doesn't really work on its own, except unless you want to get increase in blood point generation in your hunting category. The way it works is that it gives you a 50 blood point generation in hunting. Oh, no, it gives you actually a percentage, from what I remember. In blood points. I don't remember the exact numbers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Do you
It's
not
fine.
have
I don't have that one.
It's
so-
actually 8%. If I
There you
remember
go.
correctly, and it can stack up to 5 times for each token that you get. How are the tokens?
So it
Champion?
works.
I
It
don't
works.
remember the
It
tokens.
works like Devour Hope.
Yeah,
So if you're in that out of the range of the hook,
that's
and
what
you
it
stack
was.
them.
Yes.
Then and you
Absolutely.
can also stack
Sorry, Matt.
stack speed, right?
That's fine.
Actually,
or did we
it-
cut that?
No, it's
Oh
a,
my God,
it's
I'm
a
confused.
slowdown on the cleansing of totems.
There you go.
Which is why it works
So
really
you
well with
protect your
other hex
totems,
perks. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's an
one
increased
version
timeline.
was the speed, and then we
Oh my
said,
God.
"Oh my God, we have so many things that raise the speed of the killer. That's ridiculous." So
Yeah,
we've cut
yeah.
that.
It was a little ham.
It was no, not good.
Sorry.
There you go. Next slide. So now we're in add-ons. So I grouped, or I asked Sarah to group add-on on this slide. Actually, thank you, Sarah, for making these slides.
Okay, there's someone that keeps screaming, DS is still broken, will you fix it?
Yes, we will.
We definitely
Okay,
will fix
good.
it.
All right,
Thank you.
so I grouped them by what they do. It's just the rarity that changes. So add-on for the Hag's power. So in case you didn't see anything this morning and you're confused, let's first talk about the Hag power. Actually, we can get rid of the slide, please, Bjorn. So the Hag can make traps. They're considered traps, just like the trapper. So she will draw a little triangle on the ground, and these
They're very hard to see.
of course.
They're on
And
purpose.
these traps have a range, and when the survivor enters that range, a duplicate, a phantasm, an illusion of the hag will appear. It's made out of mud. It looks exactly like her, and she can, if in range, she can use this to teleport to that location or not.
Yeah.
So that's how it plays.
Yeah, it's a 32-meter range. If you want to know counterplay, please feel free to use a flashlight. Flashing the flashlight on the extents of the trap will indicate basically like
A shimmer.
a shimmer. Thank you. On the actual trap, indicating where it is, and then you try to find the middle If you hit the middle with your flashlight, you will break the trap and not actually trigger it.
So no disarm, no sabotage, but with the flashlight you can destroy them.
Exactly.
It is a trap, so you can use perks to see traps and be able to try to evade them. It's quite difficult, but it's a big help against the Hag.
Yeah.
I really like using these traps. So of course you can teleport, so that's really powerful, but it's also very useful to when you're chasing Survivor and you want
sort of channel them or
you
something.
kind of channel them towards your trap and freak them out a little bit, so they lose these seconds that allows you to catch them.
Exactly, and you can also use it to find people, just in general.
Absolutely. When they trigger, you know that someone is around.
Exactly.
Yeah. And there is a range to that teleport option.
Yes, which can be modified through add-ons, and we're going to see that.
So go through the add-ons.
Yeah, Bjorn, slide again. So these guys, Backwater, Bloody Water, and Bloody Mud, they increase the range of the trap. So that's the circle around the trap, which
basically the effective triggering range for the survivors.
There you go. Next one. The Pussy Willow Catkins and the Willow Wreath. So these guys, they make Survivor that trigger the trap visible through auras during 2 or 4 seconds.
I just wanted to mention that there's 10 traps that you can place. I saw someone mention that. And once you place the 10th trap, you can then place an 11th trap, but the 11th trap will consume the first trap, therefore always having only 10 on the field at a time.
There you go. The Necklets. These guys, they reduce the setting time of the traps. And they are affected by the Tinkerer perk. There you go, next one. Pretty straightforward. Powdered eggshell, half eggshell, and cracked turtle egg. These guys, they increase the Trip Phantasm trap duration time.
So the time during which that illusion will be up.
Yeah. So this can give you more time to teleport or to make a decision.
Yeah.
Deadfly Mud, Dragonfly Wings, and Dried Cicada. I don't know how to pronounce that. Cicada?
Cicada.
Cicada? I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's bug. So this one is used to have a greater distance to teleport to your trap. So when you combine the Dragonfly and the Dried Cicada, you can get almost the entire map. It's a very large range.
Yeah.
And then we have all of our special things that kind of change a bit how the Hag is played. So Rusty Shackles. Actually, do you want to talk about these?
I won't know them by the name.
Okay, good. So let's go with the
I think I
notes.
will actually, but...
So the Rusty Shackles, they give no indication of being triggered to the Survivor.
Yeah. So it's like a silent trap, and then you can teleport without even them knowing that they've actually triggered the trap.
So
Very
that's
scary.
fun. Waterlog Shoe, which is one of my favorite add-on in the game. I think it's very, very creepy and sad.
It's a croc.
It's not a croc. It's a little kid shoe.
Ah, that's creepier.
Yeah. So this slow down Survivor that trigger the trap.
Yeah.
All right.
Grandma's heart.
This one reduced the heartbeat of the Hag,
To 0?
but will trigger the heartbeat on the trap. So it's going to confuse the hell out of survivors.
That's good.
Scarred Hand. This makes the Phantasm trap have a collision.
Yeah, and slows you and...
Yeah, it does also. I mean, I'm just talking about the positive aspect.
Yeah.
Of course, there's some balance to all of these add-ons.
Yeah.
You'll see when you get into the game.
I'm just gonna interrupt right now because I'm trying to look at the chat. Can you put my face for a second? Just because I'm trying to look at the chat right now and find interesting questions. This is not the place for bug reports. We do have a very clear channel for bug reports. So any actual technical issues that you're encountering, I see a bunch coming by. You are absolutely encouraged to either go on the Steam forums, even Reddit is a pretty good place for bug reports, or even if it's more account-related issues, Dead by Daylight at bhvr.com. All of these things will get the correct attention. If you spam in the chat in the Twitch stream, you will not get that proper attention because we're not going to answer technical questions relating to bug and issues like that in the middle of this stream. This is not what we're here for right now. So please, I mean, I'm not disregarding it. This is important information, and we want to be able to address it, but we will not be able to address it properly through this specific channel. So go through the Steam forums, Reddit, or as I said, the Dead by Daylight, one word, at bhvr.com, and we will actually be able to help you, and you will get resolution to your problems. So that's it. That was my little notice.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Also, Dave's Twitter
is
not a place for bug reports.
No. Because they're just lost. You know, you send it to me,
Yeah.
and I'm on the bus in my commute, and I'm like, oh, there's a bug, and then I forget about it. So don't bother. Just go through official channel. It's much better, and we'll get to it. Like the answer
Yeah.
to, are you going to fix that bug? Yes, eventually. We want to fix all the bugs. That would be ideal for us. Okay, let's continue on add-ons.
Is Ace Dwight's dad?
No.
No.
That's a good question.
That's awesome.
Mint rag. So
You
this
didn't
one,
talk about discard hand.
I didn't?
No.
Yeah, I said that the...
Oh, they have collision.
You would have a proper collision.
Okay.
And all sort of different other things. Mint rag allows you to teleport to any trap in the level.
Someone is sad that you take the bus. It's the best way to get to work if you're in downtown Montreal.
Oh
Just
my
saying.
God.
You don't
Car
take
is
your
very
car.
difficult. Oh my
Just
god.
don't.
There's no
No.
parking.
No. I guess I could have a copter or something.
Hmm.
Work on that. Disfigured ear. This one is also really cool. Changed
this
the
one.
game quite a bit. It deafens the survivor that triggers the trap.
Yeah,
So
someone
you
linked
won't
it
hear
to
for-
a flashbang, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're
There you
done
go.
with the slides. I think that's all the things. Did we do all the things? Yeah, Bjorn says yes. We did all the things.
Okay, good.
So I have
3% luck. So, yeah, just a quick note on that. The 3% luck from Ace is 3% per survivor still in the game,
Per
Yeah.
other survivor still in the game,
not him.
not him himself.
So
Well,
you can have
if
a
somebody else
maximum
is
of
him,
9% to everybody's luck.
for one person using the perk.
So if 4 people are running Ace with that perk and they're all in the game, that's 4 people adding 9% for a total
Exactly.
of plus 36% luck.
Yeah.
And then they can have other stuff like
But
salty lips.
You, as the survivor who has the perk, you never get the bonus from the perk. It's the others.
Oh, so you'd get well, that's it. You'd get a total of 3 times 9%.
I think something stupid.
So that's
No,
27.
everybody gets
I think everybody gets
Everybody
it.
gets
Yeah.
it.
It's just that you get
So
it
it's
for
a
the other
large amount
survivors.
of luck. So that should be quite interesting. Try that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
I-
chests and for getting off the hook.
Yeah. I think the first iteration was 5%,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that was
way
too
high.
much.
which was
That way too high.
ridiculous. Of course,
Yeah.
we changed.
9% sounds useless, says some snuff bucks.
It could be. Now, mind you, if you try to use this and try to get off the hook and expect that you're gonna get off every time, that's not happening.
No.
It's not that high, unfortunately. For the people who'd love that.
Okay, so I have a question about the hag from Sassy, and I think it's really interesting. So, did the hag have an adopted name before she was named officially, like Chuckles Trapper? So yes, or code names, because that's how we call them before they actually get a name. And the hag was the witch, which is pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very original.
You gotta keep it broad.
Yeah. That's it. Does open-handed work on Kindred?
Yes, it should. Yeah. So you're talking about the aura reading for the killer within the hook range. It should be 16 meters instead of 8.
When
Enjoy
will
that.
you address the issues with unrelenting plus save the best for last stacking?
I'd love to look into that probably this month.
Okay.
Great.
We wanted to find a good way to attack and approach the situation and not just do something off the cuff.
All right.
What happens if the hag? What if 2 traps or more are triggered at the same time? So the way it works, you look at the spot where the trap has been activated to teleport to that one. So you can actually choose which one you want to go. Of course, if you're really far and the traps are really close, it's going to be harder to
Get that precision.
get that precision to the trap you want to go.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said it was cicada. Cicada?
Oh yeah?
I think that's what they wrote.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Or I just
What happens
misspelled it
when
again.
people false report me? That is a very valid concern.
Yeah.
And probably nothing.
No.
Not yet.
I mean, unless every single person you play with falsely reports you for the same thing over and over again.
That's hard to catch.
Well, that's the thing.
Well, the whole
but then
reason
that might indicate that they have a reason to do
Yeah, that's true.
the same thing.
Every
all
time.
of them.
Every time.
So,
unless they're watching you.
Can you trap the exit gate and then teleport to it?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What was the nurse called before she was called the nurse?
She was called the nurse.
I think so.
We actually knew what we were going to do with that one.
That time we knew what we were doing.
No, because sometimes we start with a power and we don't necessarily know what the character is going to be like. So the witch, we knew it was going to be a type of witch. We knew it was going to be a female character. Then the hag is more interesting and more specific to swamps than a witch. So I thought it was more fun like that. But yeah, the nurse, we knew it was going to be a nurse.
Someone was asking about the link to the video that played at the beginning.
Oh,
That'll be in the description, and especially when we upload it on YouTube. And
There's
if
another
not,
version too.
yeah, you can check. It's Dawkins 514, and it's called, I don't know, shit killers say, I think.
Is that R514?
I don't know. Are you from Montreal?
When will you finally remove the auto aim for killers, as you promised?
We're actually looking into it. We've got something that we're testing.
No, but I want actual factual thing, not just looking into
When
it.
is it now?
Like actual dates.
Yeah, what are you doing looking into it? That doesn't
Right.
mean anything.
We're playing with it internally.
That's shit I'd say.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, I
We've-
like that.
We've been playing with it for quite some time. We're
Yeah.
getting used to it. Actually.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. So basically what we've done is that we've kept the auto aim as it currently is in the very, very close range because we're not going to change it drastically immediately, and it would be very difficult for a lot of people to play, and it would have a hard time adapting. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to do incremental changes over time to achieve the lunge mechanic that we'd like. Currently what we're going to do is we're going to limit the amount of movement you're going to have moving left and right while you perform a lunge, which means you have to actually time and aim your attack to hit somebody to lead them into yourself. If you start doing an attack, and for example you're against 72 hours and he wants to DQ, it might be easier to do so now. So you probably have to get closer to your target and ensure a hit.
Is the hag a former survivor?
Nope.
Are you sure about that?
I am so sure because I've read the lore.
That looked awesome, by the way.
Confirmed. The hag is not a former survivor.
What looked awesome?
The fan speculation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
With that that old survivors that we didn't use.
Made me
Yeah.
question myself.
Yeah.
But no. Yes, but no. There are tons of add-ons for. Oh yeah, okay, I see. So there's a question here, or more of a comment that says that all the nurse add-ons have a negative aspect to them, and
Yeah.
a positive. And she's the only one like that. That every single add-on has a negative aspect, and we do talk about this once in a while. We're like, okay, we should probably revisit that a little bit. I guess that as our first DLC killer, we got a little bit scared about her powers,
Yeah.
especially that it's so incredible, as you know. So we went a little bit overboard with the penalty,
Yeah.
and we will do a pass on
We are
this.
definitely going to revisit that.
Yeah, I can't say a date on this though. It's
Is-
eventually.
Is Dwight a former killer?
Oh no, no, no.
He
Double blood point weekend for Christmas?
But Christmas is Christmas on the weekend? It's actually on the weekend.
This is
That could be good.
Mm.
Oh, it says here, Dawkins should make a shit devs say video.
I'm waiting for that. I am waiting for that.
Yeah,
I'd
please-
watch
please
that.
do.
Is camping reportable? Well, technically it is reportable. You can report it,
Report for anything.
but I mean,
Not really. We need to do something about that in a different way that has a fun mechanic where you can get around people who do camp. Ways that survivors can work together to be able to achieve crazy unhooks and tight situations.
Yeah.
In a very
is it
emotionally-
true that the hag can place traps below hooks?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is true.
Absolutely. The trapper can as well. It's something that is similar to our game in general.
Okay, I answered that. Any other questions? Answer that.
How fast will the hag be able to move?
She's actually slightly slower
Then?
than our trapper and hillbilly, for example. She's not as slow as the nurse, just a slight speed nerf due to her ability. Her ability is really
Yeah.
good.
Stop asking for sexy nurse costume, please.
Okay. Is it somehow able to disable Hag's traps? So we mentioned this. Use your flashlight.
Oh, could we show to the player who gets props? And yes, that would be nice. So again,
That'd be cool.
that report feature is a first pass, right? We wanted to get this as soon as we could. So now we can add more things to it, and this
Sure.
one would be especially good. So yeah, we want to get that positive feedback understood by the people who actually played well. I mean, it's better than the GG, I guess. You know, receiving props from another player is always going to be good.
It's very fun.
Is
So,
Ace
yes.
faster like Claudette?
Claudette is not faster.
No,
and
she's
Ace
not
is
faster.
faster.
None of those
Nobody's
are
faster.
different.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for the killer's OP posts?
Yeah, we're quite ready.
Yep. I trained this weekend. Please, Trapper plushie. I would love that. So there's a few questions also about the merch store. This is still an ongoing issue. This is much more complicated than I anticipated. I had never put together a merch store for an officially licensed product.
Yeah.
It's not a simple matter. I'm not enjoying this.
Aw.
It's coming though. Can you see how many props you've received from other players? Not at this point.
Not at this point, yeah.
But it's a stat that exists and that is it's gathered somewhere. So we might at some point be able to show that to you.
The whole point of the report feature function is that we learn things and we can adapt it to our needs. And
Yeah.
what makes it work.
All right. So let's take a break from the questions right now and go to our delightful section called Around the Web. We do have a lot of really cool stuff that came in today. So this, I will, it's like the other, this is the, last time we had a thing where there was a party called Survive with Friends, and I never really got any information on that. So I'm sending, again, a beacon there. If anybody has any information about this, this was posted, I believe, under the Achievement Hunter Instagram feed. And this is a really cool, obviously a trapper cosplay, and I have no idea how it came to be, and I would like to know. So if you have any information on this, please let me know. All right, next we have Anki Ma, who did this very interesting take on our survivors.
And props to you for not having Jake with a toolkit.
Very well spotted. I also like that Dwight is the only one who changed his shirt for this photo shoot. All right, then we have our friend Beavis once again gracing us with an amazing creation made out of electric wire. I have to say, Eliane, who is our VFX artist, was particularly excited to see that you didn't forget to put in the last breath VFX in there.
That's
the
awesome.
little orange bit, if you are not following.
For 2 bucks.
Then here we have CJ, who created this. I'm not exactly, again, Jake with his toolkit, but I'm not exactly sure how to describe this, but it's something. Then we have DW, who created the trapper mask that you saw in the bloodstained sack, who keeps creating more assets for our killers. So this is an alternate bone saw for the nurse.
That is
Really
sick.
well done. Some talented people out there. Thank you for doing that. Dung Tandol, I think. Again, I am sorry if I'm mangling your name. Created this. I again, not sure what this is supposed to tell people, but it's making me uncomfortable. Then Evie. That's all I gotta say.
Okay,
about this.
well, good. Let's move on.
Evie also did this, which is absolutely adorable. So now you all have something to create Christmas cards with.
Oh.
Grop sent us this upsetting baby weird. I could sit there and watch this for a long time, but I won't.
Let's not.
Inka Ree, a very, very talented person. We have a few things from that person today. This is a very cool little sketch of the Hag that came in very quickly because obviously nobody knew about the Hag last week. The next one is a very moody piece, again from the same user,
Very nice.
with the new Trapper mask. Iron Man is called.
Yeah. Somebody said that it looks like the entity is comforting him because he looks cold because he doesn't have a jacket. And I think that's canon.
Yeah, let's make it canon. It is a little cold in our game. And the entity is warm. Or can create heat, let's say.
Let's say.
Okay. Then we have this. This is probably the most mind-boggling piece I've seen so far.
I don't get it.
I have no clue what this is.
It's good though.
It's very good. It might end up being a print in my kitchen. I don't understand. Then we have Inkari again doing this piece, which is a different kind of comforting. Then again, what he does with the meat hooks on a daily basis when he puts on his clothes makes me think that this might not be as uncomfortable as it looks. Next one is just a great take on the entity.
Same person again.
Seeing that as a wall, a fog, a big stretch of constant poking makes it even more terrifying.
Props to you for the hidden dildo in the image.
Yep. Next we have Katrini. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one. What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah, there's probably a lot more to this story. I don't know what that is.
You didn't get the storyboard?
No, that's the only piece I could find. I assume there's a very long comic book that goes behind that. I don't know. Then we have Christine87, who did this amazing piece. The only thing I'd have to say is it's not ding dong, it's bing bong, bing bong, obviously. But other than that, it's pretty awesome. Nailed it. See, interlocking gears behind Michael. Then we have Koru9.
Poor Trapper, poor baby.
I felt for this one.
Yeah.
I main Trapper, and this came and touched me.
Aww.
Next one is Lena. We have this essentially is creating a fake anime. Like if you had a screenshot from an actual Dead by Daylight anime, which is great. Now I want to see it.
I do too.
Then another piece by Lena, or on Lena in his blog.
That's it.
That's so cool. I love when people go with really weird and unexpected art styles for our stuff. Next one is actually exactly that too. It's a completely unexpected take.
Very cool.
So good.
We couldn't do this without another piece from Naira Fairfield.
I don't know if you said who that was.
That was Lena again.
Oh, was it?
Lena
Sorry.
Cries, I believe, depending on where you look, Tumblr or something. Naira Fairfield keeps... seriously, it seems like someone who does nothing but draw Dead by Daylight scenes, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Nika Pretzel did this. Interesting take on a very scratched knee version of Meg. Then we have Noisy.
The party
I like this
pics.
That might be another choice for the holiday card.
Yeah. In the asylum, of course.
In the asylum.
Is this what their Christmas looks like?
Probably.
Oh.
I don't think they'd invite the survivors there.
Is it the day off?
Yeah,
They get a day off and they get to chill together.
Maybe it's just cake day.
it's
No,
just cake
It's
day.
cake day.
It's a good
Give
reason
me a
for
cake
peace.
to the asylum. We'll have some party.
Yeah. Then we have Roman Breknov, who doodled this probably in class. You should pay attention in class. Yeah, stay in school, kids. You shouldn't be watching this actually because
No.
it's for mature audiences. Then we have this from I probably can't pronounce this, but it's Sek Beshwir or something like that. I probably way off.
Went all in on awkward.
Yes, actually, there's a few other pieces of awkward bits, but this is a there's an uncomfortable one in this, and the next one is also not completely right, but it's very tender.
Yeah,
There's warmth there. There's comfort.
sweet moment.
Yeah.
But the raid should not do that.
But you
The
mean just
entity is not pleased.
gently tug at his thigh? Hey.
Okay.
Next one is Undead Angel, who created this. It could be quilted.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I'm actually going to talk to Michael Fortin. He might be quilting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could.
And the last piece is from Z. And this could end up in the Museum of Contemporary Art or something.
Yeah, like a massive painting.
Yeah, something like 3 stories high.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is my painting.
Let's make it happen, people.
All right. So that was from around the webs.
Yay.
Why? Will you guys be attending PAX South? I don't know about PAX South. I think PAX East might be more in the works right now. Oh, the Trapper mask was made by Marcus Laporte, who works for Rooster Teeth Online Entertainment Production Company for Let's Play Live, because then that vanished.
I love how quickly you read that.
Thank you.
That was really good.
Yeah, so PAX East, probably not. There might be something in China or Taiwan before that.
Cool.
I have a couple.
Okay.
Okay. Why is the mories so gory for the Hag?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question. So when we do the mori, it's important for me that survivor feel kind of not good at all when this happens. Like they need to be like, this looks painful. So that's why it's like that. And she eats people because that's her thing.
That's what she does.
When you'll read more about her backstory, it'll make way more sense for you.
And then some people were comparing it with previous mories, and that like the Trapper and the Raid are not as exciting. And I mean, fair criticism. We might go back and revisit them. We might not do that.
This is the first time we do a different camera too for the
Yes,
Mori, right?
that's true.
Yeah. And the different camera for the killer, actually, we usually want to do it in first person and stay in first person for the killer, but in that specific one, because her head goes very close to eat, it was just too weird to look. So we decided to do it in third person for the killer. Will the Hag get nerfed next week after the stream? It could happen.
Yeah.
It could happen. Anything can happen.
Really good, yeah.
Oh, does the way the Hag lays the trap affect the way she's facing when she teleports to it?
The facing is based on survivor who triggered the trap.
Yeah. The actual Hag will face and turn towards wherever the survivor went. So use that when you teleport.
Went. So if I trigger the trap, I should change direction so she will be facing the way I was going.
She will keep orienting. It's freaky.
Okay.
It's really freaky.
So that the goal here is that if you decide to teleport and you do teleport, there's no way to know until the trap effect is done or until you move.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many versions of the new map are there? There's one new map, but since there's procedural element to it, and there's going to be more version. But the fairy, for example, the pale rose is the key part of the map, is always going to be on the map.
Someone's saying that they got the Canadian award map, killer mask already.
It could have happened because we tried
As
to
we
award
said.
it, and then something happened on the reward side. So we're waiting from Steam to fix that so that everybody gets it.
There you go. How can I make a fan art Hag weapon if she has none?
Oh, well, you can make a big and out of foam or something.
Yep.
Does the illusion attack the survivor in any way? No.
Not even with add-ons.
No.
Info about DLC release hour. Well, couple minutes. A couple minutes. Why do I have to pay extra money for in-game content?
Oh, you
don't have to.
You don't have to. You're
You
not
really
obligated.
don't. And actually, this is just how smart we were. Is if you don't pay money, you will still get that content in your game. If you play killer, you will still face ace, and you will see his perks happy. You might even be able to play as the hag, because you'll get that shard.
The muddy splinter.
The muddy splinter.
Yeah.
And you might be able to buy those perks in the shrine.
Exactly.
So all of this is available to you for no money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get the map.
Yeah.
Like everyone else. And if you play the survivor, you'll be facing the hag, which is brand new gameplay for you.
Yeah. Fresh.
For no money.
Like
no
Myers.
money.
None. Plus, it's free. So you essentially pay for the convenience of being able to play as the killer or the survivor of your choice with these things. But if you don't want to, you can grind it in the game. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Did we say how much it is?
Yeah, it's $6.99.
Cool.
Because $6.99 is, we felt, fair price for the amount of work it took us to create that content. That's why it's the same price as the Halloween one, because it was essentially as much work to create.
There you go. What else? Oh, we have 2 minutes left. You know what? This was too short. I think we should just continue for an hour and delay the release of the DLC.
Sure, okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
No.
No, let's not do that.
Can we have fake traps already in the map to confuse survivors?
There should already be fake traps.
Yeah, they're
In
fake
the
trapper traps.
Yeah.
But the hag traps, there's no fake hag traps in the map
You
because
can-
they're very, very hard to
They're
see
so
anyway.
difficult to see. Yeah.
But they're totems, essentially, that are there whether the hexes are used or not. So
Yes, but that's for any killer.
yeah.
So.
So yeah, 2 minutes left. Any interesting question? I have some.
So we were supposed to bring in the face and the voice of Ace. We'll probably have them next week.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So people were asking, and then we have. So the face of Ace is based off of Johnny Sabelli, known as Stabelli,
The belly.
our technical art director, and the voice of Ace is our very own Sebastian Varas, who is also the guy who created the Mori animation for the Hag.
Yeah.
So there.
Very cool.
We'll maybe have them next week. Does small game work? Yes. Small game works with the traps. It
Yeah.
helps you spot the traps.
Keep in mind, small game was reworked to work
Yeah.
more like premonition, so it gives you a tingle when you look in the direction of the trap.
Are there
It's,
new maps in progress?
Yes.
Yes, very much so. Please, South Korean language support. Okay, so I'll take a minute of the none we have left to say we are working on adding more languages in the game at this very moment with some members of our community. If you want to help out, go to the Steam forums where we talk about the non-English language forums. That's where we gather the groups of people who will help us out. And that's right now, I think we're looking at traditional Chinese, Korean, and Brazilian Portuguese. If that, I might be wrong, but I think that's what we're doing right now. Yes, are we
Yeah,
gonna?
you say it.
Yes.
Yeah, you say that?
Yeah.
Okay, say it.
Okay, so we are currently working on a giant task. It's a very high priority to protect your save game. In the meantime that this comes live, we encourage you to back up your save.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, it's something you can do just to protect your save, just in case something happens, because it has happened before. So
To
you-
be fair, it's a very small percentage, but it is a
But it
very,
happens,
very
and-
important thing when it happens.
And it's
So
awful.
we're looking at
It's
it.
awful. It's awful when it happens to you. So
Yeah.
there are ways you can look online into how to access your local save in the Steam library. Just take the whole folder, back up it somewhere, and then if ever you're one of the unlucky one, which it happens to you, you can actually get your backup.
We'll,
so for
we'll get more information, but
Yes.
if you have that problem happen to you, again, Dead by Daylight at behavior.com, we are equipped to help you with this.
yeah, so please send an email if it happened to you, so that we can track to whom it happened. And yeah, that's it.
And
So-
no, you don't get banned for that.
No, it's not going to be considered a cheat or a bannable action to use a backup save. So please do.
Can we see P1, P2, P3 outfits? Yes, it's easy. Just prestige.
So what else? Do you have...
What is the email? deadbydaylight@bhvr.com.
There you go.
We'll put the link in there after. Yeah. I think that there's probably a bunch of people right now going, why is there a new task under my library? It's because nobody was listening on the other side and they went on with the regularly scheduled program of pressing the button because it's 3 p.m. and it's time for you to go out and get your hands on the new DLC.
Have fun.
Have fun, guys. Did you have words of wisdom?
Oh, yes. First of all, I repeat news and announcements. I'm not going to do that. Words of wisdom I have here, don't whistle while you're pissing. So those are words from a certain Akbar Selim. If you haven't read the Illuminatus trilogy, go and read that right now. And essentially it says, when you're doing a thing, focus on the thing. Don't let your mind be distracted by other activities and do one thing well and then move on to a different thing. So don't whistle while you're pissing. Don't forget to follow us. We don't care. You follow me already. Thank you, Bjorn. Again, stellar job. And thank you to Dave and to Stefan for joining me today, and to me for being here.
And to all of you for being awesome and watching and playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And keep up the good work. So I'll see you in the fog.
Bye.